Hello and welcome back to the lesson at Let's Love to Learn Together. So we'll get straight to it. We have a 90 words a minute paper, so we've gone faster than the last session that I recorded. And the title of this paper is Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze. That's Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze. So let's just think about those outlines. So we have man, stands is S-T-N-D-S, trial is T-R-N-L. We've got the O indicator above the over. Hostel is H-S-T-L, and blaze is B-L-N-S. Remember, if we have a Z at the end of a word or in the middle of a word, we change it to an S, okay, to help with speed. So, Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze is the title. Apologies, my trial's got a little bit drunk there, hasn't it? So TR blend and then the L. Okay, so just correct that. So we've got trial. Okay, so as we usually do, what I want to do first of all is do a quiz on special outlines and word groupings, but I've also popped in a few extra words of test and theory as well. Okay, so Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze is going to be at 90 words a minute, so pretty speedy. So let's get on with the questions. A reminder from how this works, so you can either stick with me for the whole session, where we do a quick quiz, then we do dictation, then we go through the outlines, or you can jump over to the SoundCloud link, play the passage as cold dictation with no help beforehand and no exploration of outlines, and then perhaps join me after to look at the theory when I go through them after. So work with this however you want. And also remember, we're always contactable. You will find our email addresses on the website. So any questions you've got, anything you need in terms of support, everybody will be at a different stage of their shorthand journey. You might prep for the exams, you might have just mastered theory. So we're always here to help, so please do get in touch. We love hearing from you. Okay, so without further ado, a quick quiz. So number one is members of the jury. Do you know a quick way to write members of the jury? Number two is my name is. Number three is the word counsel. Further, prosecution. Been following my no prosecution. In this. In the. Year old. Defendant. Today. 10 people. Had been. At the. For a. Argument. With the. His. We have. CCTV. Owner. Family. Unfortunately. As a result. Terrible. Ordeal. Now, I do deliver in quite a fast-paced nature, so you can always pause me if you want to and then get ready for the next question. Just one more for end, and it's and the. So and the is the final one. So members is MMS, special outline, and go straight down for JI for jury, members jury. My name is Cambridge used to MNS. CM blend for council. For that is FRH of the. Prosecution is a PSC shun, special outline. In this is IN, the H of this angle in the direction of I indicator. In that is INH of the. Make sure that in and in the look different. So in should be a baby and in this should be much taller. Year old is YLD. Defendant, my special for defendant is DF disjoint T. Otherwise it would be DF NDNT, quite a long outline. This is also the special outline for different, therefore you wouldn't get them confused in context. Today is T followed by D, same as to do. 10 people, this just reinforces the intersection of people into previous outline. Whether you've got many people, some people, and so on, intersect people into the previous outline. Had been is HD, and then bring the B over. You can drop the B down, but it does take long because you've got the stick there that you don't need. So try and get used to option 1, the advanced version. At that is A indicator H of the. We then have 4A FR blend and then the A indicator. Argument, that is your R principle, or also referred to as the R blend. So you've got the full A, the G goes through, you can add the U for clarity and then a little M for meant argument. If you want to knock off your U, that's also fine. So you can just go straight through and meant. I tend to leave the U off, but you will see the U there in different texts. We then have with the WI indicator is with, extend down to represent the. We then have his, which is H and S, angled in the way of the I indicator. Remember that his goes this way, has goes that way. Now, when I learned shorthand, I used to always get my A's and my I's the wrong way around. So I used to keep at the top of my page A and I, and that really helped when doing my theory practice, make sure I was going the right way. Make sure that you're writing his, you're not writing has. We have is W and a V. CCTV, can write it in 2 different ways. CCTV is one outline, or you can write it like this. I prefer the first version because it's faster. Now, if the audio or I dictated closed circuit television, you put your line underneath that says transcribe it in its full form. If it says CCTV, there's no need for the line. Okay, ideally these dashes we should have below for capitalisation proper noun. Owner is O, W, N and R, so W, N blend there. Family is F, M, I, we should all know that by now. L and Y becomes I, looks like family. Unfortunately, words end with, words that start with un even. We pop a disjoint indicator, so I've got un, F, R, T, I, looks like un40, because L and Y becomes I. As a result, I love this outline. Did I love learning this outline? No, it took loads of drilling, but now it's obviously in my blood. As a result, it's easy, but take some practice. So AS, RS, upwards LT. A speedier version is to knock off a T and write as a result. So if you watch me write that again, we're not actually writing the second A. What we're writing is as result. If you wish. I'm going to keep it on. Okay, then we have terrible. So TR blend there, and words ending ibble, we do a disjoint full I. Next we have ordeal. I'm just going to move the bar at the bottom below it. Here. So ordeal, we've got the R principle applied to OR. When O and R come together, we put the full vowel O, we omit the R, and we intersect the next letter. So the D goes through and the R, ordeal. And there is N for and then TH, and there. Okay, so that's all of those covered. So you can always pause, drill them. You can voice them into your phone, give them a quick whiz over. Good practice, in my opinion, is any outlines that you learn that are brand new or not familiar, then make a voice note of all the outlines on your phone, play them here and there throughout the week, throughout the day, and coffee break, and give yourself a quick quiz. It'll really help to reinforce the outlines. Okay, so this is your time to drill them if you want to, because what I'm going to do next is read out the 2 minutes at 90. So just to remind you, the title is Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze. So Man Stands Trial Over Hostel Blaze. So just checking the outlines again, we've got man, STNDS for stands, TR alpha trial, an O indicator for over, literally is over, hostel, HSTL, and blaze is BLNS. Okay, so it's going to be 2 minutes at 90. I'll be quiet for a minute once I've finished reading, just so you can finish off writing, and because I'm nice, giving you a little bit of time to finish off, and then we'll go through all the outlines after. So I'm going to have a quick drink of my tea, so I've got a nice clear voice, and then we'll give this a go. Okay, so quick practice title, ready? Man stands trial over hostel blaze. Man stands trial over hostel blaze. Okay, so quick shake, make sure you've got enough space to write down as much as you can. Don't risk flipping in the middle of dictation. I advise putting a line down your shorthand notepad. So this is my notepad here, for example. I put a line down the middle and I will be doing my shorthand down each column. In my opinion, this helps you to write close together. Also try and go from the very edge of one line to the very edge of the other. I write my notes on the board super gap just so you can see clearly. That's the only reason. Otherwise, things will be a lot tighter and smaller. Okay. Good luck, guys. 2 minutes at 90. Best of luck. Pens ready. Members of the jury. My name is Natalie White, counsel for the prosecution in this case. Here before you in the dock is 27-year-old Sam Jones. The defendant stands trial today, accused of deliberately starting a fire at a Spanish hostel in the summer of 2022. This blaze injured 10 people, including a 5-year-old girl. Sam, of no fixed address, had been staying at the hostel for a total of 3 weeks. He had an argument with the owner when he was told to turn his music down and was refused more alcohol at the hostel bar. He threatened the owner and, in a drunken state, said, "I will burn this place down." We have both an audio recording and CCTV footage to prove this. A few hours later, the fire alarm was sounded, and the main downstairs room was heavy with smoke and flames. The owner, his family, and all guests managed to escape, but unfortunately, many suffered bad burns and lung damage as a result of this terrible ordeal. Okay, 30 seconds, not a minute there. It's tough, was fast. Okay, so let's look at outlines and see how we got on. So we have members of the jury. Remember, you can always have a go at that again later on using the SoundCloud link. There's nothing worse when you have a go at a past and it goes wrong and you think, oh, I just want to go at it. So obviously you can always jump over to that. So members of the jury, my name is Natalie. We've got a Natalie watching out there. We're going to write your name. Not written this before. So Natalie, N-T. All right, pencil. L-I, Natalie. It's nice that one. White is W-T, no H. Counsel for the prosecution, which we have as outlines in this in case can be grouped. Angling the H of this in the way that I indicator. We did do it in this in the quiz questions. Here before you in the docs, so I've got here. Before you can do the fancy BFR, that took me loads of practice. I was laying or this version before. Either one works best for you. I tend to default to the second version. That's just the way that I was taught. We could group before you. We've got in the group, Doc, DK, is 27-year-old. So try and circle a number. We had year old in the quiz questions. Sam Jones, SM, J and S. And again, I'm sure we've got a Sam out there somewhere watching this, maybe even a Sam Jones. Okay, the defendant stands trial today. So we've got we had defendant, my shortcut. STNDS just stands trial as TRL, TD for today. Accused is ACSD. You could group accused of deliberately. So you've got D, L, BRTI. Now, what I would do personally here is use the L to become the stick of the B. Deliberately, just make it slightly shorter. Okay, I've deliberately, I'll put the fault line there. Starting a fire, so I've got STRT-ing, we've got A, FR is fire, we've got at and the T line, then A at A, Spanish hostel, so that'd be SPN, a long kind of, you can't quite see that there, apologies for this. So I'm just gonna move the screen up. So we've got SPN, Spanish. HST Alpha Hostel. In the summer joins nicely, SMR for summer, in the summer of 2022. End of sentence. The blaze injured 10 people, including a 5-year-old girl. So I've got the BLS. Injured is INGRD. Now we change the J to a G for clarity. If I use a J, INJRD, it's not the end of the world. It's just not very distinctive, is it? So try and put the J there, injure, using the sound. So the blaze injured 10 people. Words that begin with, we've got vowel N, at the end, so including becomes I-cluding. Okay, so if we have a word beginning with I-N-C, rather than going like this, which is a bit messy, got an awkward angle there, we're going to omit the N. Okay, so including becomes I-cluding. A 5-year-old girl, so I've got A, 5-year-old, and girl is GRL. Okay. Fab. So I'm just going to clear the screen, just bear with me. Okay, then we have Sam of no fixed address. So we've got Sam of fixed is quite an interesting outline. So you could do upwards F or you could do downwards F. I would tend to go upwards one. We cross through with X and a D fixed. Not a very nice outline that. Address A, DR, and S. A nice outline that we have is name and address. We just do name, address. Not in this paper, but yeah, it comes up in future, that'd be handy. So of no fixed address, had been staying at the hostel, so we can group had been. STAing for staying at the should be grouped. HSTL hostel. 4A should be grouped. Total is TTL. We could group total of, we've got 3 weeks. You can omit the K from weeks and just put WS as well if that's easier for you. Then we have, he had an argument with the owner. So I've got he had, and make sure it indicates going the right way. Argument, words end in mental of ABM. With the should be grouped. Owner is OWNR. When you can include the H, I don't bother and I just put a WN blank so it's quicker. When. He was told, try and group he to the word was, he was, like the same as we do for she was. Told is TLD. I'm not excited, guys. I'm writing too fast. And my outlines are going on too far. He was told to turn his music down, so I've got told to. Turn is TR and N. Make sure you don't hump up the end because that'll make it slower. Try and blend the end down nicely. Here's we angle the way of the eye indicator as discussed in the previous questions. Music, so we've got MS. Now to get from an S to a C, it's a bit awkward. So what I would advise doing is going MS and from there up with the eye indicator. Include the eye, clear a joint between the S and the C. Music down, that's DWN. So just to go back to what we have, he had an argument with the owner when he was told to turn his music down. This carries on while he raises out to get some more space. Turn his music down and was refused. So I've got and was. Refused is RF blend, S and D, refused. That's a bit of an awkward one, that one, refused. More alcohol, so I've got more, long M, the MR blend. Alcohol is AL, CH upwards L, long outline. At the hostel bars, at the should be grouped. HST alpha hostel, and then bar is BR end of sentence. He threatened the owner, so he, THR, TND. Could add the H of there for threaten there. Owner is OWNR. And in A, so we'll test the indicators there, drunken. So we do a DR blend, then we have the UNC in the CN blend because we've got drunken. If it was just drunk, we do DR and UNC. We've got a CN, drunken. State, said, STT for state, and then we've got said. I will burn this place down. So I've got a full I, WL. Burn is BRN. This is TH, angle the H with I indicator. Place is PLC, and down is DWN. I will burn this place down. Okay. Then we have both an audio recording and CCTV footage to prove this. We've got we have WV. Both is BTH and is AN. AD and O is audio. Quite a sweet little outline, that one. Recording is RCRDing. And we mentioned CCTV in the quiz questions. Footage is downwards F before a T and then a G. 2. Prove it's a PR rule. You can either intersect the V, which I would do, or pop it close by if that's a bit too fiddly. To prove this. A few hours later, so I've got A, few is F inside the W. You could join hours there, few hours. It's not wrong, guys, to go down with few and add hours, but it is quicker to put the F inside the W. My job is to tell you the quickest way to write things, in my opinion. So a few hours later, and that's LTR. We've got the fire is FR, alarm is A, LR blending M, was WS, SNDD for sounded, and this should be grouped. Main is MN. Downstairs is DWN, STRS. Room is your RO indicator M. Now, for room, what I do is I put an R into my previous outline. For example, this would say bathroom. This would say main room. I pop an R through. So a quicker way to write downstairs room would be to do downstairs and put an R through. Was heavy, so we've got was heavy is your HV blending I. Then we've got with. Smoke is S, then we've got K. And flames, I'm going to pop this here, so I'll pop a little imaginary line here. So I've got N for and FL, MS for flames, and flame. Apologies for that. Wonky line. My skills don't lie in writing straight lines, I'm afraid. Always quite wonky. So, and flames there. So we're going to move on then to the next section. The owner, his family, and all guests managed to escape. Okay, so let's just chat about those outlines. So we've got the OWNR for owner. We've got his, we had family in the women questions. And all AL, guests is GSTS. Now managed in full is MNGD. It's too humpy, that is, too many humps. So what I like to do is I omit the N and just do MGD. Managed to escape is ESCP. But, and we had, unfortunately, so words begin with un, disjoin U, FRTI. Many is MNI. Suffered is SFR and D. You can get it, so if that's easier. That. Suffered. Bad burns. So bad is BD. Burns is BRNS. And is N. Lung is L. Disjoin U indicator for lung. Damage is DMG. As a result, so we've got AS, RS, upwards LT, and we've got of this can be grouped. So we've got the O indicator of, H of this, angle in the direction of the I indicator, omit T. Terrible, and that's TR, disjoint I for Ibble. Ordeal is O with the D L going through. I feel like I've delivered this a million miles an hour, but time flies when you're having fun. So I hope you've enjoyed the session. You'll see that we've had loads of useful theory there, word groupings, perhaps some words you've not written before. You will always meet words that are brand new during everyday language and also during exams. So you've got to be prepared to try and get down something as good of an outline as you can in the moment. It's easier said than done. So bear in mind, your outlines might not have been spot on. Could you read them back? Hopefully. You could always test yourself and try and transcribe the passage and then watch this video back after. That'd be a good idea and mark your work. So I hope you found that helpful. I will be back in 2 weeks for another session. As mentioned before, you can always reach out to us, to myself or to Jo via email with any suggestions, any questions. Let us know how you're getting on. Let us know if you're enjoying the lessons, and also remember to subscribe to our newsletter as well, as yeah, there's tons of interesting stuff going on there. So have a wonderful day, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your time, and I will see you very soon.